Hey, what's up? For this video, we will be doing um, comic reviews. Not really comic reviews. Titingin tayo ulit ng comics. Medyo late. Hindi na paghandaan. Medyo ano na rin kasi naging busy lang. Sa wakas may mga pumasok na work, which is nice. So, okay din. Pero since nasimulan na natin yung ating weekly look at local comics, gusto ko sana na tuloy-tuloy lang yung ating um, yung ating segment na yun. Okay? So, sige. Hanap ako ng ma-share ko sa inyo this week. So, yan. Nakahanap na tayo ngayon ng titingnan nating mga comics. No? Isa sa mga una kong nakita nung binuksan ko ulit yung kahon ay isa sa mga bagay, isa sa mga comics na sobrang namangha ako sa style, yung style ng may sarili kasi talagang style yung gumawa. Itong kay Chen Lapus, Chen yung nakalagay doon sa kanyang Facebook. Itong the Unoriginals 01. Tapos sabay ko nadukot nung kinuha ko tong Unoriginals number 1 ay gawa naman ng isa na naman naming dumalo dun sa Comics Camp, sa pangalawang naming Comics Camp na si Jerry Mercado. Yung style naman niya is medyo manga ulit. Tapos kahit yung tema niya, ang title ng kanyang comics ay Magical Submachine Girl Mark 3. Ito na yung pangatlo na comics na ginawa niya. Tapos yung cover niya naka-indicate, tapos sa likod yung kanyang mga social media handles. Isang pa nakuhang kasama ng gawa nila ay Growing Pains number 1 ni Danny. Napaka-striking din ng ganitong cover na gumamit man siya ng color. Single flat lang siya, tapos yung foreground subjects niya ay nananatiling black and white. Maganda yung dating niya. At yung huli nating titingnan ay itong Sagala ni Torita DR. Ito naman ay mula sa Comiket University na graduate. Maganda yung cover niya. Napaka-striking ng cover niya. Yung trade dress niya, hindi yung usual na nasa top bar yung kanyang title, tapos kahit naka-vertical siya, horizontal pa rin yung kanyang pagbasa. Tapos walang palabok na logo type, just simple typeface. Tapos on a nice na illustration. Striking din yung pagkaka-layout, pagkaka-design ng cover. Tapos nga, mapapaisip ka kaagad kasi it's a lady na naka-Filipiniana na outfit with pistols. So, very striking, very interesting kagad cover pa lang. Sa likod naman, very good. She has yung kanyang small tie na sorry, ay nahihirapan ako magbuo ng sentences. I just woke up, tapos yun nga, I wanted to do this video kagad. Ayun nga, meron siya kagad descriptor, meron siyang descriptor nung kung ano yung i-expect nyo sa loob. Maganda yun. Tapos meron pa siyang tagline, bullets, betrayals, and bells of the ball. Diba? Ano ka kaagad, i-intriga ka kaagad kung ano, kung tungkol saan to. So anyway, tama na yung preamble na to. Tingnan natin tong 4 na comics na ito for today. Okay, so simula tayo sa Unoriginals 1 ni Mr. Chen. Meron din siya, hindi ko nabanggit nung una, pero meron din siyang description about what you could expect from buying the comics, by Chemical Comics. Tapos yan yung kanyang tag. The Unoriginals 1, in Creek City, after its iconic hero, the Hammer, had left the life of crime fighting to retire in a more high-class city, had left the villains and ragtag vigilantes of the city in a mosh, going sideways to whatever perspective of life that may happen. Follow the Unoriginals, a group of retired henchmen and wannabes aspiring onto the top. E and his alien gauntlet, the Restless with his strength, the Atomic Man, and many more misadventures of the Roundhouse Bar, following its miscellaneous tales of drunken heroics. So, English yung ating description. So, tapos, ang pinaka-striking talaga sa style niya is yung kanyang hindi naman broad strokes ba yun? Diba? Sobrang may sariling personality yung estilo ni Mr. Chen, Mr. Chemical Comics here. Tapos gusto ko rin na he lettered this with totally traditional lettering. So he wrote this traditionally, hindi siya lettered by computer, or if ever computer to, he did it by hand. Yung sinulat niya talaga. Ano yung ano ko nito, ikukumpara ko sa ganitong style. Medyo may pagka Michael Van Oming, if you're familiar with that. Pero yung sa kanya is totally may sarili niyang character, totally may sariling personality. This is one of yung older works niya. I've seen most of his works online, and it's much more refined now. Yung ganito niyang style is much more refined now. So, makikita mo naman kaagad sa isang creator yung passion niya sa paggawa. So, yung mga creator na makikita nyo na continuous yung improvement sa gusto niyang gawin, sa estilo na gusto niyang gawin, tapos makikita mo na nare-refine. Sila usually yung mga creators natin na tumatagal. I had a interview just this week about indie comics and indie comics events. Tapos nabanggit ko doon na siguro every year meron tayong mga creators na bagong mga creators na papasok sa ating event and sa ating buhay. Pero through the years, yung same batch ng creators na yun, let's say may 20, may 15 or more na creators, usually sa mga ganun may mga nagsistick around na every 10 merong isa na creator na magsistick around, and which is sad, pero that's yung reality ng comic creating dito sa atin, kasi most of yung ibang creators just wanted to scratch an itch to tell a story, while some really find it, yun yung passion nila, so they find ways and time na makagawa pa rin ng kanilang sariling comics. I've known a lot of talented creators who are not creating anymore. They chose to do something that they deem more important, which is sad in a way, but that's how life is, di ba? So, yun nga. Sobrang interesting itong comics, nung style and yung everything, may personality siya. So, kaya ko rin siya na nung I was rummaging dun sa box, nag-gravitate kaagad sa kanya yung paningin ko at siya yung una kong dinampot. Yung pangalawa naman itong gawa ni Jeru, Magical Submachine Girl. Katulad ng sabi ko, si Jeru ay isa rin sa mga sumali ng Comics Camp. And I believe yung Magical Submachine Girl din yung kanyang ginawa para dun sa workshop. Ito rin yung kanyang end output for that 4 weekend long na comics workshop. This is also yung part 3 na ng comics niya. Ayan, nakalagay get updates about the next Magical Submachine Girl. Tapos nakalagay doon yung kanyang mga social media handles. So cover is a digital print, full colored, has the cute anime girl in front with a submachine gun, since it's a magical submachine gun girl, sorry. Na na bubulol. Tapos yun nga, if when you open it, it's a digital print, then this time siya, black and white na interiors, tapos very very manga-esque yung kanyang aesthetics ng comics. Even yung kanyang part of yung letters niya, which is going her vertical instead of horizontal, but it's a mix. So sa kanyang case, he's using I think, I'm not sure, but this is a comics font, maybe Wild Words, I'm not sure, but it's a font that you could download sa online, but this is a pay font. I'm not sure if it's a pay font. It just looks like one. It's very nice. It's very professional yung kanyang letters, yung font that he used. Also, the lettering is okay. It's nice. There's a nice flow, and you can follow it quite easy without even his paneling. So hindi rin siya nag-overboard sa kanyang toning, so which is nice. Sometimes nag-overboard yung mga ibang mga creators na nakikita ko. So mahirap din. So mawalan, sa halip na mag-add ng volume, mag-add ng depth at space, kinakain nung grace nila. Actually sakit ko din yun. Pero yun nga, sa pagkakataong ito, maayos yung pagkakalapat niya ng tones. Tapos simple enough yung style ng pag-draw niya. Meron siyang madaling sundan, tapos malinis din yung pagkakagawa. Language used is English as well. So we've looked at 2 comics about that use English language. Ayan, ang sabi niya dito, next issue shall be the last and I'm sure you have something cooked up for the next. As a one-man project with the help from my colleagues, producing the next issue would be for a while. Please support me in FB or Twitter. For the meantime, I feel free to give comments to my work and hopefully we can see even more comics projects in the future. So Mark 4 would be the last issue. If you're doing a series, parang mas maganda yung ganon. You set it for a specific number of issues instead of doing an ongoing series with no finite end. I'm only saying this because since most of us are doing this in our spare time, I would think that it's our obligation to the readers, those who started to read the comics along with us, know that there's a definite ending, and it is um, on a specific horizon. Pag minsan kasi ang nagiging problem natin with local comics is there would be a lot of new comics that would come out, and then you'll never see the next issue or never see a conclusion to it, which is kind of sad. Also, it perpetuates yung common misconception na tayong mga creators ay walang follow through. So, it's just a suggestion, hindi naman sa gospel word na ito dapat gawin nyo. Pero if I would suggest something, if you're gonna do a series of comics, make it a limited series. Make sure that it's a story that has an ending that you could finish in a specific number of issues that you would, of course, set for yourself. So next natin titingnan is Growing Pains by Danny. Like I said, na yung sa cover niya, this is a striking cover, a simple cover but a very striking cover. It's almost black and white but uses color in such a way na it grabs your attention then kaagad. Gusto ko yung mga creators natin na ganun. Like everyone knows, we have limited resources. So it takes our creators keen sense of design and styling para makuha yung attention ng ating mga readers without resorting to extravagant gimmicks. And yung ginawa ni Danny here is very nice. It's a nice simple layout, a nice simple just adding a bit of color and okay. So I bought this huling event na I attended this year 2020, which was in Comic Fest, and this was done by Danny, Miss Danny. So yung style niya is a sequence of one panels or big panel illustrations na nagtitell na narrative which goes into yung paneled work niya, which is nice din. Sorry kung puro nice lang yung adjective ko ngayon. Yan, tapos marunong siya mag-pull back, tapos maglagay ng pages to pull you back from the story na text lang, tapos mag-continue, tapos full page illustration mixed with yung panel work niya. very effective, very makikita mo yung technique ng storytelling niya. Um, she uses yung effective restraint din ng paggamit ng ganitong estilo. Gusto ko rin yung style na not overtly detailed, not overtly detailed, sorry, nawala yung trail of thought. Hindi ko alam kung bakit ako ganito. Nagigising ko lang ngayon. Nakakapagkape na ako pero ganito pa rin. Sabaw pa rin. Sorry. Pero not to take anything from the comics, which is a great piece of work technically and sa production wise, it's very clean, very nice showing of techniques, nice showing of production techniques as well. And yeah. So yan, dito niya nilagay yung kanyang social media handles. Pwede niyo kayong follow sa at Daniel Maxine. Pwede niyo rin makita ang iba kong panggawa sa danielmaxine.com. That's a nice also idea for comics creators. Aside from your social media handles, you create your own website. It has that professional feel if you have your own website, which would showcase yung portfolio nyo of works. So yeah, like Miss Danny here, yeah, you could have your own website. And last but certainly not least is yung Sagala by Torita DR. I've already said my piece about the cover and the design. The cover and the design is very striking as well. These are very new creators. These are creators that I've just known in the past 5 years. Okay, and unlike the other books that I've been showcasing, these are more of the creators that found their voice, they found their style in Comiket. That's another comics event that happens almost 4 times a year since 2015. So there are a bunch new crop of creators that found their voice and spots in Comic-Con. Sometimes they do overlap. They do also exhibit at Comic-Con. But I guess some of them only stay at Comic-Con exclusively. Si Tori is one of the products of Comic-Con University. And I think, yeah, this comic book is a product of Comic-Con Second Comic Book Creators Workshop. So this is a grant, sort of a grant by Comic-Con to publish works by their students. I wish we had the same thing. We could do the same. Maybe in the future. So this is a very stylish book, I would say. If you would see at right off yung layout niyan, she uses panels without panel borders, which in my opinion works best with colored work, since color would hold more yung shape niya and everything rather than gray. But in her case, she made it work. She uses yung self-made fonts as well as yung kanyang mga sound effects, which is also a plus point. Yung style niya is very loose but very distinct then for her. Very nice. These are the creators which are younger, so I would be more detached since most of yung books that I have shown you before would be my contemporaries, yung mga nakasabay ko. Kumbaga, ito yung mas younger and hindi ko sila masyadong mas kilala since mas konti yung interaction ko with them, so hindi ako makakapag salita about their influences, their saan sila humuhugot ng stuff. Pero yun nga, medyo sa aking paningin, no offense taken or no offense meant sa mga sasabihin ko. It's just more on yung aesthetics ng ating newer aesthetics na mas pinaghuhugutan nila. It's like newer stuff na hindi ko nakukonsume din masyado. So, bago lahat sa paningin ko, and it's very nice, it's very clean, very technically sound. Though, I have some issues with yung kanyang tracking. Tracking would be yung spaces if you are stacking. Stacking is yung pagmamount nung inyong mga letra. It is too loose for me, the stacking, the stacking and the tracking of the sentences. Medyo loose lang. It's a nitpick, but I prefer din kasi tingnan yung mga words, yung ating stacking ng letters natin. Pag tiningnan ko, mas gusto ko yung nice na magkakadikit sila. Even if I'm not reading it, mas chill sa mata. Yeah, very nice spread. Ayun na, that's what I was talking about. If since she does not use nga actual solid lines for her balloons and for her panels, pag minsan nagbe-blend yung kanyang white balloons, which would not happen if it is in color. But I know the look that she was going for, and it's like I said, it's very nice, very I wish meron ba tong full colored version? The full colored version of this would be stunning talaga. So yeah. So this series is finished. I have the single issues. I know there's like 3, and then of course I also have the graphic novel. There was an issue raised about some of the production nung sa graphic novel niya. Dun actually sa yan. Bang. Sinta. And now meron siyang teaser that she's gonna do a sequel. I'm excited for that. And like si Danny, she has her own website, so you could check that out. A complete volume. Very nice piece of work. Anybody sa ating lahat ng creators would be proud to have one of these, yung mga compiled ng ating works. And yung sa kanya has been produced quite well. I like the production. It is offset. I would have loved if it was in color. Yung kanyang mga design aesthetics would really shine in color. You could see that in the cover. Gusto ko yung palette na ginagamit niya and yung everything. And like I know it's bad na sinasabi ko na ito pang import to, pang export talaga, pang export quality. Pero yeah, what else can you say? I mean, yung book na to wouldn't be a stranger among other countries' books if the quality is there. So if you can find this in any other country, sobrang yung quality niya would stand toe to toe, head to head, shoulder to shoulder with any creator. And yeah, yun lang. So yun yung ating apat na tining ng mga books. Apat ba to? Apat na books na tiningnan natin today. Sagala by Miss Tori Tadier, Growing Pains by Miss Dani, Magical Submachine Girl by Jeru, and the Unoriginals one by Chemical Comics. So thank you for watching. I hope you sample, take a look at the creators' others' works. They are very good creators. They each have their own creative voice. So kung sino sa kanila yung natitipuhan mong boses, or kung mas maganda kung lahat, subukan mo. Pag minsan kasi nakakarinig ako na this book is the best, this thing is rubbish, irrelevant, basura, dapat hindi ginagawa, hindi sinusuportahan. Pero para sa akin, lahat ng naglabas ng libro may boses, may sariling pananaw, may sariling gustong gawin, at may sariling mga kwentong gustong ibahagi sa atin. So, nasa atin na kung pakikinggan to, pero para sa akin, hindi dapat natin sinusupil yung mga ganon. Kung ano yung gustong gawin ng creators, maski ito ay para lamang sa sarili niya, nasa kanya na yun kung gagawin niya yung mga ganong bagay. Pero yung sabihin ng isang effort na isang tao ay hindi dapat sinusuportahan, hindi dapat ginagawa actually, or dapat tinitigilan na, parang malaking dagok yun. Parang sino ka para magsabi ng ganun para sa ibang tao? Okay, enough about that. Filipino creators, like I said, and that's it. For you creators, continue doing what you want, continue telling your stories. If you are not harming anyone, you are not stepping on anyone, just continue what you want to do. Okay, and for us readers, we will read what we want, we will support what we want to support. Okay, I just want na matigil na yung comparison with everyone, lalo na with creators endorsing other creators and putting down other creators. Yun lang. Okay guys, bye-bye. Ano pala, if you like the video, press like. And comment suggestions and questions, please type them down below. Wala nang stuff. And subscribe to the channel, and if you do subscribe, please do click on that notification bell so that you know when I'll be uploading other stuff. Okay? Bye guys. See you next video.